Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope everybody's alright. It is an absolute beautiful day in Thailand this morning. I've just got my hat on so I don't burn my bald head. And yes, look at that. Plants are growing up just nicely in the garden. Beautiful morning, guys. Not too hot, just lovely and comfortable. It is 9 o'clock in the morning and we're talking about 29 degrees already, but absolutely beautiful. Right then, guys, just putting on this video as the header says, just stating tourists are what's happening with tourists. Is tourism down in Thailand? Is tourism up? What kind of tourists are coming to Thailand at the moment? What is the attraction? So then, guys, it does seem to be a decrease in some tourism coming over from other parts of Asia, specifically China. That seems to be the case at the moment. But there does seem to be an influx of people coming from parts of Europe into Thailand, going down to the islands, going to other tourist traps. Phuket is a big puller, Pattaya of course, Samui, those places are big pullers of what you would say is a lot more of younger people down in Phuket and more of the older people possibly in Pattaya and Samui as well, with generally probably a higher percentage of older generation, retirees, etc. Yes, but for some reason there seems to be a decline in Chinese tourism. I'm not too sure what the full story is there, why that is happening. The 60-day visa is still in place, so people coming here on holiday, they can still come here for 60 days. There's been a lot of talk, of course, about that being put down to 30 days, but at the moment that is definitely still there at the moment. And if it changes, it will be to know it's actually happening. It's got to go into the Gazette. If it's not in the Gazette, then it's not true. It's false. So unless it's in there, it's not happening. But there does seem to be just a little bit of an increase as well in retirees coming from places in Europe. They seem to be heading over to Thailand now. Obviously, with the cost of living and everything back in Europe, maybe that's giving people a bit of a push to decide to come over here. That seems to be the case for a lot of people. If people are on their pensions, etc., and they're coming over here, then their money's going to go further. Lots of people are coming here and they've got their pension, and maybe they're setting their Thai wife up in business, doing something. That is another big thing that happens. Maybe people are investing a little bit in properties. All these kind of things are kind of bringing people to come to Thailand. Of course, the big pull for people is who've got their Thai wives, and they're at the age now where they're able to leave their home country and come to Thailand. And of course, generally they're going to have a better life. The weather's better, the food's cheaper, people are more happy, people are more smiling. Of course, it's not perfect all the time. For me to say that it is, that would be false to say that. Of course, that there will be some days when it won't all be as what you hoped, but that's the way it is. But it is what you make it, and obviously making your plans the best you can. That's the most important thing. Make sure you've got your plan and got that all set out. But the other thing is as well, guys, is for the younger guys who are coming here, they're doing digital nomads. They've got the new visa out that came out for people who are able to stay here for longer term. That's encouraging people to come and stay longer. As I said, there's the 60-day visa. Maybe people who are working online are coming here for a couple of months, and what they wouldn't do before. They would only be here for a month. So if they're here for a couple of months, they're spending more money in hotels, spending more money generally in the country because they're here longer. So you would think that kind of makes sense for them to come here. And then you've got people like myself who are on marriage visas. You've got people who are on retirement visas. So if they're in that position, they're here more on a permanent basis. So that's encouraging people, of course, to come here when they're in that position. I've got wife, 2 kids. They've got Thai and British passports. So for them, that is very, very, very lucky. You never know what's happening in the future. From my children's point of view, is they've got flexibility to what they can and can't do in the future. Maybe they want to go back to the UK for a period of time working, or whatever. So it's that they've certainly in that privilege. But yes, so the tourism generally, they're saying is generally down. As I say, that's generally down to the Chinese tourism being down. So maybe that will all change. Of course, we're only just coming up to halfway through the year, so that could change in the coming months towards the start of the high season. That could cause a big influx of people coming into the country. Of course, when it's the winter months back home, that encourages people to come here. The Thai baht it seems to be a little bit more stable at the moment, as in the rates for us foreigners bring money in. Of course, we want it to be higher. I'd love it to go back up to when it was back in the day in 70 baht to the pound. Could you imagine that today, guys? That would be absolutely happy days, wouldn't it? Happy days if we could get back to those times. That's for sure. But just generally speaking with a friend of mine over in Khon Kaen, he's got him and his wife run a business over there, and he was saying that there seems to be a little bit of an influx over there of people coming and living there. I think a lot of these people are getting out of the people with my position, got Thai wives, probably got Thai children or whatever. They're staying away from the tourist traps and heading more up into the rural Thailand, which seems to be the case at the moment. Because if you're here, or let's say on your pension or whatever, because it is generally cheaper, you can live cheaper in those areas than you would if you're staying in the tourist traps. Of course, you can still stay in your Phukets, your Patis and everything, and if you know where to go, you can still live there cheaply. But because everything's there, the shopping, the this, the that, the prices of property and everything have rocketed. For some people, it's just too expensive to stay there. I understand. I understand that. So people are thinking, right, well, I'll go back to my wife's area where we can live there cheaper, whether they can buy property cheaper there. or they can build on their wife's land or anything. So they've got kind of a better option for that point of view. Maybe if you're an older guy who's been there, done it, and done everything down in the tourist traps before you met your wife, then they're not interested in that anymore. They're possibly not interested in the shopping malls, etc., etc. So that's encouraging people to come up to those places, and for the lifestyle, the laid back lifestyle. That is what people are coming for. It's that's Sabai, isn't it? And that the general well-being, your well-being is very important. As you get older, it's important that you keep your health on track, etc. So it's a definite must in a lot of people's eyes to get away from those tourist trap areas. But yeah, that seems to be the case at the moment. People coming over and jumping ship, getting out of Europe and coming over to Thailand and enjoying the lifestyle over here. Maybe it's what it's like when in the 80s, when people, or 90s, people were leaving in their droves and going down living in Spain. That was a big thing, wasn't it, for people heading down to the Costas and everything. So it's kind of like that here now for Thailand with the influx of people coming. So yeah, but it's that's it. It's all good, guys. It's all good. Anyway, guys, I'm going to clock off now because something I have to do. I have to go out, and what I thought before I do that, I'll just stick this video on. I will be putting on a lot of videos in the coming days, the coming weeks. We're on a little bit of a road trip again towards the end of next month, so we'll be putting some videos on with that. But plenty of content coming on this YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That's important. And look back on our old videos on the channel as well. Okay, then. We'll see you on the next video. Take care. Hope you found this interesting. And I'll see you on the next one. All the best, guys.